Hi guys, welcome to another Log Talk with Dave. I'm Dave, and this is our series where we discuss log building techniques, traditions, tools, everything log cabin. At the British Columbia School of Log Building, we offer log building courses in several different log construction styles. One of our most popular courses is our full Scribe saddle notch course. And in this video, we're going to take a quick look at how we lay out and cut our saddles. If we take a look at the corner joinery on this log building, we can see that this is a saddle notch construction. Now how we know that is the fact that prior to scribing, each log gets a saddle shaped profile cut on the top of it. Now let's go take a look at how we lay out and cut those saddles. We use this short offcut piece of log to go through the procedure. Let's start with the layout. We make our saddles 24 inches long for logs of this diameter, and the ridge of our saddle will be 2.5 inches wide. Instead of using our tape to mark that out each time individually, we just take our level and we trace it because it happens to be 2.5 by 24 inches. You can decide whether that's a coincidence or not. So we start with a center line. Now we've got our long center line, chalk line along the midpoint of the log. We mark the center point of our saddle, and then we simply lay our level on top, lining up the center holes through the chalk line and the center line through our bubble. And we know that the 24 inches by 2.5 inches is centered on our chalk line. And that defines the top parameters of the saddle. As you can see, I darkened the lines a little for visual purposes. Now we don't have enough time to go into the full procedure that determines how deep the saddles will go, but for demonstration purposes, it's generally halfway through the log, so we'll just make a reference mark there. Now we need to carry our 24-inch width references down to the mid-face of the log, so we know where to start our cutting. And then when we cut our saddle profile, it will start with a series of cuts. First one being a mid cut that defines the depth of the saddle, and then we'll come in from each side with the bar, and essentially we'll be taking these two triangles away, which will give us our rough saddle shape, and then we will take a few more cuts that creep us into our 2.5 inch width along the top of our saddle. So let's grab our chainsaw and we'll go through the cutting process. Now, one important note of safety when you're cutting the left-hand side of the scarf, as you note, I'm back barring that as I come through. So as I'm cutting, I'm putting quite a bit of pressure against here. So what I'm going to do before I meet the right side of the scarf and have the saw pop through, I'm going to stop and I'm just going to give my bar a little pop, and this piece is going to come off. And then I can brush that remaining little ridge down to the line. It's much more controlled than having the saw kind of surprisingly pop through the other side of the scarf. So just take note of that as I finish this scarf cut. So that's the cutting section of the scarf detail. Now we grab the 7-inch grinder and we grind down each side of the scarf and smooth out all the chainsaw marks that are left. That's our quick look at how we lay out and cut a saddle. For a much deeper dive into log building, come and join us at a log building course with the British Columbia School of Log Building. Thanks for watching these Log Talks with Dave. If you like them and you want to see more, subscribe to our YouTube channel.